I just want them to understand how hard it is to win one game in the Big Ten. And we keep talking about it. It's so hard to go to Penn State and win. Like, this was a hard game for us. The next game's going to be a hard game for us. Like, every game's hard. Don't celebrate, winning. Like you should feel good about winning a game, but you also have to understand you got another one coming. And, you just have to keep that discipline. Winning will soften you a little bit, where you get on edge after you lose a game. We just got to be able to stay on edge no matter what happened in the previous game.
And get going?
Yeah, obviously you want to, always start off well and, get going and have a good balance offensively. And obviously we wanted to establish our big guys and get the ball inside and really try to attack them there and just kind of see how they play it. And I thought our guys did a good job of, being aggressive, but being ready to play. And we obviously didn't shoot the ball great, but we still had a really good game. And I thought our defense in a couple stretches was tough, but for the most part, I thought we did a good job of trying to take them out of what they wanted to do.
You see anything different in Zach in the way he started the past two games relative to how he'd been starting games?
Yeah, he made them. Yeah, he made his shots. Like, he gets it. Yeah, for him it is. For him, if he can work to establish low post position, not everything's going to be a dunk or a layup. It's going to be like a 5-6 footer. Like, he has to feel confident in making those. And then when he does miss, some of those good shots at 5 to 6 feet instead of dunks, he's got to feel comfortable to go back to it. Not just look at it like it's a failure. Like, I always try to talk to them about that, and especially him. Like, don't get frustrated when you miss good shots.
Coach, talk about something not on the stat sheet. I sit down there on the floor, take pictures, and I see Travion passing. What's it like for you to see a big man like that, to have those skills that can just do what he does?
Well, I think it's good because you're starting to see some experienced guys that have played with him understand if they just move without the basketball. Caleb made a good cut late in the game. Mason made a good cut in the first half. Isaiah understands that when Travion has it, about slipping and trying to get to the rim and get an easy one. And so it's important for us to have movement when he has the basketball and use him as a weapon. If we stand and look at him or we don't, get good action, then, we're taking away the value of his ability to pass. But no, it's a weapon very few people have, especially when it offsets, the guy he subs in for. You got to deal with Zach Edey down there, and then now you got to deal with him out there passing the basketball. It's a 180 flip where guys have to really concentrate on pressuring him and making it hard for him to pass, then have to worry about Zach coming in there and getting the ball at the rim of line.
How do you keep Jaden on edge? I mean, he was in here earlier talking about team being disrespected after you guys have lost a couple of games, and he just feels like there's a big old chip on his shoulder right now. I mean, how do you keep that on him so he has the kind of energy and he plays the way he did tonight?
Well, it's part of it. Like, when you stumble a little bit and you lose a couple games, and it's part of kind of getting off the canvas and fighting. It's competition. There's always somebody out there better than you. There's always a team out there that's better than you. There's always a coach out there that's better than you. Just keep it going. Just keep it going, but also understand it's process based. Do your job, play hard, have fun with it, and just, learn from things and be honest with yourself. When you do those types of things, good things are going to happen. Younger guys, that's a little bit harder. You get a little emotional with it, and just don't get away from what you're supposed to do. You hear about it all the time in competitive sports, but it's just so true. Just do your job, do what you're supposed to do, but also, be engaged, at all times. When you're engaged at all times, especially in your workouts and your practices and the film session, now when you come to games, man, it's fun. It's fun because it's just your habit. You can build bad habits and you can build good habits. Everyone has habits. What are yours? We're just trying to grow those guys, not just Jaden, just grow their habits and keep getting better. And maybe you take a couple losses here and there, but the whole thing is to be ready to roll once March hits.